Hello everyone, this is Palladian Star Healer and welcome to Pick a Crystal Full Moon Reading for October 1st. So I want you to pick the crystal that calls to you the most. Stay away from favorites. Choose the one that really calls to you. The question you're going to be asking is, what is your goal for this full moon, for this cycle? Okay, so I want you to take that moment and focus on that question and then choose the crystal. And now we're going to begin. So for those who chose the Citrine crystal ball, and we have, so what is the goal for this cycle? What is your goal? And we have Saturn return, age. Okay, so Saturn tends to bring rough passages, difficult situations into your life, but it also brings harvest. So the goal is to really push past your hardships, perhaps starting from this full moon, really starting to build foundations in your personal, within you or in your relationships, releasing what doesn't work, facing the truth, clearing past or karmic dues, and really like leaving the past behind. You may feel pressed for time, or that time is running out. So I really want you to evaluate the pace that you're going, and also getting healthier and really stepping into healing yourself. Okay, so that is the goal that you need to be working on, really pushing yourself past whatever issues you're having, whatever situations you find yourself in. And of course it's okay to feel them and it's valid to feel them, but we also have to consider, how can we push past these difficult moments in our life, and how can we bring about the things that we want into fruition. Okay, so that is something that you need to be working on for this full moon in Aries. So for those who chose the green fluorite, let's see, you have, what is the goal? So we have fire element, desire. So you will have to work on dishonesty, perhaps towards yourself. Think about what kind of lies are you telling yourselves that are restricting you from living the life that you deserve or that you want. Or if you've been dishonest with others, it's time to get honest with others. Work on trying not to get pulled into drama, because it's a fire element. So there might be like heated arguments and heated, just tempers flying all over, because it's also the full moon in Aries. So, a lot of tempers can be going, a little cuckoo. Work on ending procrastination. Work on fear of failure or being too overly cautious. Also understanding, because if you see the word there, desire, what you want and need are so different, and just keep in mind, that you're not just leading your actions just on pure desire, because we could want a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that it's good for us, so you really have to get clear on the difference between those two. Also, for some of you, leave behind getting pushed around. So perhaps you find yourself getting bullied a lot, or people just really overstepping their boundaries. So this could be a time where you really need to work on, standing up for yourself. Or perhaps if you witness someone getting pushed around, stand up for others as well. Okay, so if you chose this card, and that is what you need to work on for this full moon in Aries. So for those who chose the Lapis Lazuli sphere, let's see what we have here. We have Aquarius. I know. So the goals you should be working on if you chose the Lapis Lazuli sphere is envisioning the future you want. And for some of you, starseeds, if you're watching this, connecting with your galactic guides more, okay? This also has to do with about speaking up, expanding your mind, really engaging. If you find yourself a little too closed-minded or too closed off, or like are not that willing to change your way of thinking, your goal is to free up your mind, promote free thinking within yourself, radical thinking, breaking limited beliefs, following your own calling, basically daring to be different, okay? Because again, you see, we have Saturn there also again. So Saturn is like, the energy of Saturn is really like lingering here, and breaking the bonds that hold you, and create the life that you want, okay? So that is what you could work on this full moon in Aries. Really get into the knowing. See, it says, I know where you're going, and really know what you want. Okay, it's really important that you know what you want, or at least have an idea of what you want and what you can do to get there. All right. So that is your goal for the full moon in Aries. Now, for those who chose the blue glass sphere, we have the 5th house, creativity. So your goal for the full moon in Aries is really accessing your creativity, perhaps working on your solar plexus, because Leo, the 5th house, is ruled by the sun. So this has to do with manifestations as well. Work on, perhaps wanting to enjoy life more, perhaps even inspiring others. You might find yourself in a position where you might have the opportunity to inspire others, or have the opportunity to stand out, Also, if you're always working too hard and you've chosen this card, you have to also have a life, where it's like, it's not all work, and, you can't be just work and no play, because if you see the card, it says fun house, so, try to take some time and having fun. Maybe you don't have to do something, too grand or too crazy, but take time to do things that you love, things that bring you joy, things that make you feel inspired. Okay, that is your goal for this full moon. For some of you, you probably want to be proud of yourself, or for others to be proud of what you do. For some of you, your goal is to get out of your depression and really take a step forward in changing your life. If you have kids, this is a good time to do things with your kids, have fun with your kids, and really trying to bring in more abundance into your life. And your goal here is to be content, and just have a really good time, stay away from drama, because if you see the mask on top, theatrics, so your goal is to do your best, to not feed into drama or be the source of drama, and just work towards bringing victory, and bringing things to completion. Okay, so if you chose this card, that is your full moon goal for the full moon in Aries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I will leave my information to my other social media platforms in the description box. And stay tuned for the following full moon crystal pick reading. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next full moon.